Herc, with the summer transfer window opening, it got us thinking, which players from this region could most use a move this summer? So I'll pick somebody from the Mexico pool. You can pick somebody from the U.S. pool. Who are you going with?
I got to go with Christian Pulisic. Now, most needs it, Christian Pulisic. Will it happen? That's another question. Christian Pulisic is 23 years old and at a crossroads. It's a World Cup year, and he's not playing much. He's not playing much with Thomas Tuchel. Now, you could say Thomas Tuchel has lost faith in him. You could say that Christian Pulisic needs to go, or you could say Christian Pulisic hasn't done much with the minutes that Thomas Tuchel has given him. Either way, this relationship has come to a head. He needs to go. There's one obvious place in my mind. Who could handle, because obviously Chelsea's going to want to recuperate some of that $70 million transfer fee, 70 plus, I should say, $1 million transfer fee. Who could handle something like that or close to it and provide him the minutes and in the style? A place would be conducive to his strengths. The speed, the motor, the technical ability, the 1v1, all that. It's got to be Liverpool. It has to be Liverpool. And there's a few things that make sense here. Sadio Mane is all but gone. At Bayern Munich, it seems to be the likely destination. He's all but gone. Firmino, oft-injured player with Liverpool. It could be a situation where Diego Jota slots in the centrally. And then what you have Christian Pulisic, who would fight over time, if so, with Luis Diaz and anybody else. And then Darwin Núñez isn't a guarantee at Liverpool right now. Manchester United's thrown its hat in there, so that could be even more reason that they would go after Christian Pulisic. That means if Jota slided in centrally, domino effect, if you will. But it makes perfect sense. The style, the speed, the coach who's already said he fancies him in a setup he already knows, the English Premier League. I just think it makes all the sense in the world. And he is by far the one player who needs to make this move happen.
Yeah. Pulisic is the biggest name on the U.S. players who need to make a move list. But I don't think he's the only one, right? Especially if we think of the forward position. I would love to see a Haji Wright get a move to a bigger level, see if he can do it somewhere other than Turkey. Same, I think, you would say for Jordan Pefok, right? If either of those guys makes a move to a bigger level and continues to score, they answer the question for you there at number 9. You could also throw in terms of need a player like Ricardo Pepi onto that list. I don't know that Augsburg is really the best destination for him. Really, in terms of need for the U.S., from a team perspective, I might, Herc, go with goalie and throw the name Zach Steffen in there. What do you think about that?
I was going to go with Zach Steffen if it wasn't Christian Pulisic, because I think if there's one player in jeopardy of losing that position, it is Zach Steffen. Right now, many are calling for Matt Turner, so Zach Steffen definitely needs to, especially in this World Cup year, find a home.
Okay, so if there's no shortage of U.S. men's national team players that could use a move this summer, there's definitely, Herc, no shortage of Mexican players that could use a move this summer. It's literally a laundry list here in front of me. Raul Jimenez is a guy that we've talked about who I think could potentially use a move away from Wolves. That has a lot to do with what Wolves does this summer. If they bring in a replacement, he definitely needs to leave. A guy like Diego Lainez, I think, would also be on the list. I'd love to see him get some playing time and have a potentially bigger role and be ready for a bigger role in Qatar. But for me, if I'm looking at this Mexico team right now and I have to put money on one player to be an impact player at the World Cup level, it's pretty clear who it is, and it's Chucky Lozano. He's been at Napoli now long enough. Spalletti's still the manager. I don't think he's going to have the success we want to see him have there, and I would love to see him make a move. I know he's good at Napoli, but I want to see him be great, and I don't think he's going to achieve that there. If he can make a move, find a great place to play with a few months before the World Cup, that's the guy Mexico needs the most, because he's the guy closest right now to a goal.
Well, and that's the problem, and that's what I would say Raul Jimenez. I mean, Raul Jimenez needs to change the scenery. For whatever reason, that's transferred on from Wolves to the Mexican national team. He's not scoring goals. He's not looking like the same player he was in that great Wolves run. Those 18 months that, while his name was being linked to some of the best strikers in the world, he would need a move in my eyes. But Diego Lainez, my goodness, Diego Lainez. What can you say about the Real Betis experiment for Diego Lainez? Just for his sake, there has to be a move today. I don't see one player who needs it badly on a personal level like Diego Lainez. If you're talking about Mexico, Chucky Lozano may be the guy you need, but Diego Lainez, my word, what a mistake Real Betis was. And if anything, to save your career right now, a move is necessary.
Any player from this side of the pond you think might leave over the summer, Herc?
What side of the pond are we on right now, U.S.?
Yes, U.S., Mexico, throw them both in there.
Alexis Vega. I think Alexis Vega is a guy who's got that cartel, that cachet, if you will. I think is an attractive player for a lot of different teams, different leagues as well. I think Alexis Vega is the next one.
Yep, we know about that Chivas PSV partnership. Maybe that'll be a landing spot for Alexis Vega. All right, lots of excitement to look forward to as the summer transfer window kicks off.